Iguodala to Curry, back to Iguodala, up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new episode of At the Buzzer Sports, where we talk all things basketball all the time. I'm your host, John Drummond, and the NBA draft is right around the corner. It's Wednesday. Today's Monday. Today is my second to last mock draft that I'm going to be dropping before the actual NBA draft, which is on Wednesday. And I'm very excited. I'm going to be doing a draft reaction, who won, who lost. And the best part about this draft is there's no reach for me. There's no reach because there's a group of guys from about 6 to 25 to where I can see all of it rotating. I could see all of it rotating to the point where there's some players I could see falling out of the lottery. There's some people I see jumping all the way into the lottery. Guys like Khalil Ware, guys like Tristan da Silva, guys like Isaiah Collier. I could see them all moving up into the lottery. Guys like Nikola Topic, Rob Dillingham. I could see them falling out of the lottery. That's what makes this draft so exciting to me because these guys have chances to come in and make very big impacts. I feel as though with the first 25 picks, there's not a wrong pick because all these guys have different assets to bring to a team that needs it. Like if we look at the Milwaukee Bucks, one of their biggest concerns has been perimeter defending. They can get Ryan Dunn, the best perimeter defender in the class, and he can make a huge difference day one. Reed Shepherd can come in on any team and make a huge difference day one. These are a lot of day one guys who can come in and make a difference. Now, they're not going to set the world on fire, but they can come in and make a difference for a contending team, a struggling team, a lottery team, whatever. They can come in and make a difference. So that's what makes it so exciting for me. But we're going to restart this draft because I tried to record this earlier, but I was still like half asleep. So, and you know I won't get out any terrible content. Now, I haven't really been recording. Today was Monday. I haven't recorded since Thursday. I know I've dropped some videos, but those were just videos I had in the vault. What was I going to say? I got some new equipment. I got a new camera, got a new microphone. I'm waiting for a new desk, a new monitor. So the gaming videos are going to come down the line. But right now we're just working with our new desk and our new camera and our new microphone. Anyway, we're going to start off with the draft with the first pick of the draft with the Atlanta Hawks. And obviously with the news that they're probably not going to draft Alex Sarr, they're going to be taking Zachary Risache. I would just assume that some of these guys are out the door. Like Clint Capella, I believe needs to be moved. DeAndre Hunter, I feel as though needs to be moved. I think you let Sadiq Bey walk and you really try and build your wings with AJ Griffin and Risache if that's what you're going to do. You let go of DeJounte Murray. Maybe you go get a guy that can stretch the floor, whatever you believe is good next to Trae Young. You hopefully get some type of point of attack defender because what made me love the Alex Sarr trade is because this Atlanta Hawks team was not good defensively at all. They were like bottom 10 in all defensive stats when it comes to defensive rating, blocks per game, defensive rebounds per game. They were bottom 10 in every single asset of defense. So I loved Alex Sarr being the potential anchor defensively for this team. You trade DeJounte Murray to go get some type of point of attack type of defender because DeJounte Murray can get you whatever you need to put next to Trae Young and let Trae Young be your offensive engine. And then Alex Sarr is such a lob threat and he has such a high offensive upside. Trae Young is one of the best playmakers in the league. He's going to make that even better for Alex Sarr. But yet again, you're not drafting him. This was the best fit. Now you're going with Zachary Risache. Well, don't get me wrong. He's not a bad player whatsoever. He's a great spot-up shooter. He has the potential to put the ball on the floor, but now you have a logjam at the wing position when you really needed a big. I really don't think Clint Capella was the center for the future, and I think Onyeka Okongwu you've wasted his potential having him back up Clint Capella for all this time. So you bring in Alex Sarr, but once again, this is not my franchise. I'm going to go Zachary Risache here. It is what it is. This is not my franchise. Number 2, Alex Sarr. I feel like the Washington Wizards run to the podium and pick up a guy like Alex Sarr. Once again, this is another team that needs a big. And now when let's say we got a lineup of, you re-sign Trey Jones, your 2 guard is Bilal, you have Denny Advia at the 3, and then you have Kuzma at the 4, which you're probably going to trade, and then Alex Sarr at the 5. I love that. I love that a lot, actually. So it's going to be a process. I'm going to be doing a Wizards My League series Can't wait to start that. That will be probably by the end of the week. It's definitely going to be after the draft, and then we're going to move accordingly. I know Jordan Poole is going to stay. I'm not going to get into a tangent. Anyway, third pick of the draft. Like I said, I feel like my top 5 is locked. I changed the 5th pick from my last mock draft for whoever watched it. That one didn't do as well when it comes to like views. I really don't care. I feel like I put out good quality, but I just think since I dropped it a little later at night, I didn't get as much views. It doesn't really matter. With Stephon Castle to the Spurs, I really like this pick once again because the Spurs need a point guard. And then what makes me like Stephon Castle to the Spurs a lot is because Stephon Castle has that versatility to where if it does not work out being the primary ball handler, he can move to the 2. He's played with Donovan Clingan, who's a defensive anchor, and he can play alongside a defensive anchor, which is Victor Wembanyama. I really like this pick once again. Stephon Castle, number 4 to the Spurs. Now, number 5 with the Pistons, I'm going to take Matas Buzelis. I think he's the guy that could put the ball on the floor. He's had some type of growing pains when it comes to his jump shot. I think if you could just be a little patient, I feel like the jumper will start to go in. But this is what I think is going to happen. This is not what I would do. If I was the Pistons, I'm picking up Dalton Connect. For the simple fact is, if Matas Buzelis' shot does not fall, it's like you're starting at square one once again because you have 2 forwards who can't shoot, in Asar and Matas. You can't, and then you have a center who can't stretch the floor either in Jalen Duren. So now you're basically running an offense where your 2 shooters are your main ball handlers. They're not going to be able to kick it to the corner because nobody's sweating Asar when it comes to a jump shot. And if Matas keeps shooting under 30%, I mean, I believe in the jump shot, but I just feel like there's a small risk there when I feel like Dalton Connect is going to be able to come in and hit shots immediately. And that's why I'm going to be taking him number 6 to the Charlotte Hornets. I just think with the shooting and how creative a playmaker LaMelo Ball is, I think he's going to be able to find Dalton Connect. I think with the scoring, Brandon Miller's going to be able to provide now that it's his second year. He could probably be a 21, 22 point per game type of guy this season. I think he's going to take a lot of attention from the defense, and Dalton Connect's going to be in those perfect spots, whether it's the corner, the wing, cut into the basket. He can run the transition. I like the pick for them. Now, number 7, I think Ron Holland is the pick here. I think Ron Holland is absolutely the pick here. I know a lot of people are like, what is taking Ron Holland over guys like Cody Williams, Nikola Topic, Tijan Saloon? I'm going to actually talk about it. Now, the Portland Trailblazers are a guard-heavy team. They are a guard-heavy team. They have guys like Jeremy Grant, DeAndre Ayton, Robert Williams. They need to commit to a side. And I feel as though right now they are waiting for one of their young guys to really blossom. They want it to be Scoot, but whether it's Anthony, Shaden, Chris Murray, it doesn't matter. I think Ron Holland comes in and adds a little bit more identity when they have guys that can run. I feel as though he could be a good wing to put next to Scoot Henderson. I would trust in Ron Holland's progression a little bit more than I would Cody Williams, because Cody Williams is a little bit more of a project. With Ron Holland, you know what you're getting with the athleticism, the defense, the running of transition, the lob catching. And if he can knock down a jump shot, we may look at this draft class and be like, Ron Holland was the best player in this class in 6 to 7 years. If he can knock down that jumper consistently. That's how I feel. That's how I feel about Ron Holland. Very high on Ron Holland. If he falls to the Bulls, I will be there a lot because I live in Chicago. I'm not a Bulls fan, but I like the Bulls. I live in Chicago. I like the Bulls. Number 8, we're actually going to go Cody Williams here. If there's anybody that can progress him, I feel as though the San Antonio Spurs can. And when I say anybody that can progress him, I'm not saying that he can't be progressed, that he's going to be a bad player. What I'm saying is I feel like he can be maximized in the San Antonio Spurs system. He has a great touch on the ball. He could be a very good perimeter defender. He looks like he could be the type of guy that knows exactly where to be playing next to a guy like Victor Wembanyama. I think the Spurs are going to take Cody Williams here. And number 9, the Memphis Grizzlies, they take Donovan Clingan here. Like I said, that's been a lock for me all draft season. I'm going to take Donovan Clingan here. Now, with the people left to be picked up Part of me wants to go Rob Dillingham to the Jazz, but in the end of the day, I don't know. No. Did I? Yeah. I'm going to have to undo previous pick. Anyway, part of me doesn't like this Rob Dillingham move. Part of me doesn't like Nikola Topic either, because you just had a guy in, Keontae George, who played very well this season. If we look at Keontae George, 13 points per game, 4 assists, and he had some really good moments, especially in Summer League. When I looked at him, I'm like, yo, this guy's nice. Anyway, I think I'm going to go Rob Dillingham here. No. I don't know. This is a tough trade. This is a tough mock. Mind you, now I do my mock drafts off of what I feel as though is going to happen. So it's like this pick could be tradable. I don't know if they fully. I'm gonna go Dillingham here. Get some scoring on the perimeter. I feel as though he could become an exceptional player. Now, Fanspo still has Alex Caruso on the Chicago Bulls. Now, I feel as though they will be gearing towards rebuilding. Now that Alex Caruso is out the door, I think they take somebody who has a high ceiling, and that's going to be Tijan Saloon. I love this pick here. He's probably going to play, and it may be a little ugly, but I think with his upside, it's going to be very, very, very good for him. Now, with the Thunder, I really like Nikola Topic here. Nikola Topic falls due to his injury concerns. I would have taken him for the San Antonio Spurs, and I'm probably going to within my next mock draft, in my final mock draft. But I'm going to send Nikola Topic to the Thunder. I'm going to send him to the Thunder. Why not? All right, now with the 13th pick, somebody that I like for the Sacramento Kings. I know it's been Jared McCain all season, but now that they had just re-signed Malik Monk, I'm going to go Tristan da Silva. They might trade Harrison Barnes this offseason. You never know how it's going to look for the Sacramento Kings. Harrison Barnes might be gone, and they may need another older wing to come in and make some smart, high IQ shots. I feel like Tristan da Silva is that guy. Now, for the Portland Trail Blazers, I love Devin Carter, love Jared McCain. I think we may go Jacoby Walter here, but when I look at it, there are just way too much guards and wings. I feel as though you need to put some pressure on DeAndre Ayton. And I think I like Yves Missi here. He's going to go in the lottery. I like that. Now for 15, this is easy. I'm not even going to explain myself. I've done this multiple times in the mock draft, so if you guys want to see my opinion on it, make sure you go to the last mock draft I posted. Now, for the Philadelphia 76ers, I think Jacoby Walter has a lot of upside when it comes to off-ball abilities, and he can also put the ball on the floor and get his own jump shot. He has a little bit of trouble getting to the basket, but I think that could be worked on. I'm going to take Jacoby Walter here with the 16th pick. And now for the Los Angeles Lakers, it's been the same thing. They've been targeting a center in the draft. I feel like Kel'el Ware is the center of the future. I feel as though that is the best pick. And they're starting to build towards the future a lot more. And I think keeping these picks is what's going to do that for you. They cannot trade these picks. They're not going to trade them. For the 18th pick, the Orlando Magic are going to take Jared McCain. They're going to take Jared McCain. I think this is a matchup made in heaven. If he falls to 18, I'm going to take Jared McCain every single chance I get. Now, for the Raptors, there is a lot of different places you can go. Ryan Dunn is not out of the equation, but I'm going to take Keyshawn George. Spot-up shooter, defender, 6'7", 200 pounds. That's my pick here. With the Cleveland Cavaliers, it's going to be the same pick I've been picking with. 6'10", Tyler Smith. He can ease right into the power forward position, hit the outside shot, allows Evan Mobley to play center and really focus on center if they decide to trade Jared Allen, which I think there's been reports that they won't. So who really knows what's going to happen there? But I think that's a very good pickup for them. Okay, so for the 21st pick, with the 21st pick in the NBA draft, I'm going to have the New Orleans Pelicans take Isaiah Collier. Like I said, downhill, can feed his big men. I think he's the perfect point guard to pair next to Zion Williamson. I think by halfway through the season, he should be starting. I don't think he's going to start straight out the gate. And I think Brandon Ingram is traded this offseason, so you could have a starting lineup of whether it be Isaiah Collier, Herb Jones, Trey Murphy, Zion Williamson, and whoever you decide to pick up in the free agency as a 5. Or you could just have Larry Nance start there and you can get like a project pick with the second round. I don't know. But I feel as though Isaiah Collier is the type of player you cannot pass up on, especially this late in the draft, because I feel as though that's a steal. Now, for the Phoenix Suns, there's a lot of different places you can go here. You could go Johnny Furphy. I think the best option is Tyler Kolek, though. With his playmaking, 6'1", he's 22, 15 points per game, 8 assists, 5 rebounds, 50% in the field. He's mature. He looks like he's going to be able to run an offense. Like I said, this is not the type of draft pick where he's starting day one, but maybe towards halfway through the season, you'd be like, look, let's get this guy some starting reps because Devin Booker is our star player. He cannot spend his prime playing a position that he has not played ever. Like, he needs to play. Devin Booker needs to be the 2. He needs to be the 2. He cannot spend his prime being the point guard of this team. So I feel Tyler Kolek will be the starter before the season is over. And like I said, Ryan Dunn to the Milwaukee Bucks. I think I've explained this earlier in the video, so we're just going to move along. The New York Knicks with the 24th pick. This is where I look at Johnny Furphy. This is also where I look at Zach Edey, especially if they don't bring back Isaiah Hartenstein, which I think they will. But even if they don't, they still have Precious Achiuwa who can be that backup 5. And the Knicks are so good at rebounding to the point where you don't mind Precious Achiuwa being the backup 5 if you don't keep Isaiah Hartenstein. So I'm gonna take Johnny Furphy here. 6'7", actually, 200 pounds. I feel like Johnny Furphy is a great pick here. And then another one. I'm going to take Bobby Klintman here. Stretch 4, 6'8". He looks like he could be a solid defender on both sides. I said a solid defender on both sides. A solid player on both sides. Now for the Wizards, I don't know, man. Who takes a swing on Zach Edey? That's what I want to know. I feel as though with the Wizards having the 26th pick, I feel as though they can take a home run. They can make a home run selection. I'm actually going to go Jalen Tyson here. I feel as though he's a good player, and I feel as though somebody's going to pick him up. Now, we don't know how it's going to look with the Timberwolves this offseason, especially since Karl Anthony Towns is on the trade rumors. I'm going to take Zach Edey here. Why not? Zach Edey, you're going to go to Minnesota. And then, let's look. For the Denver Nuggets, I'm going to take Baylor Shireman here. I just feel like Baylor Shireman is a Denver Nugget. With his shooting, he is arguably the best shooter in the draft. Arguably. And then now he's playing with the Denver Nuggets where Nikola Jokic is going to find him no matter what. They believe that they definitely need some bench pieces. So if Baylor Shireman could come out and hit his shots consistently, he's going to be in the rotation come playoff time. Now for the Utah Jazz, I'm just going to take Kyle Filipowski. And then for the Boston Celtics, I'm going to take DeRon Holmes. Now guys like Kevin, am I going to take DeRon Holmes or am I going to take Kevin McCullough? I'm going to take DeRon Holmes. All right, so this draft has been shaken up a lot, especially when it goes to, especially when it comes to after the top 9. After the top 9, the draft was shaken up a lot. Just because I kind of want to do something different. I felt as though my draft has been the same. At least there's been minor adjustments, but now I feel like I've switched it up a lot. But I don't feel like there's necessarily a bad pick anywhere in this draft because I don't know. Like this Jared McCain to the Magic, he could very much still be a lottery pick. But then if he falls to the Magic, that's a beautiful pick for them. Isaiah Collier to the Pelicans, that's a beautiful pick for them in my opinion. Baylor Shireman to the Nuggets, I love that pick a lot. And then there's still guys like Kevin McCullough left in the second round who could be like, that could be like a steal in the second round. Anyway, if you guys like this type of content, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm out. Peace.